course, the son of a NBA legend. How much of that expectation when you were playing basketball as you were growing up kind of weighed on you?
It never really weighed on me much. I know, people on the outside probably, thought that there was, some sort of perception that I needed to fit into. But I understood from a young age that if I wanted to play basketball, which I ultimately decided, I had to do it my own way and figure out my own way to become a good player. So didn't weigh on me at all. I just had a good example to watch.
Now, you're playing in Germany now, so how much do the other players who know who you are, how much do they look up to you when it comes to motivating the team, picking up work habits, work ethics that you obviously picked up from your father?
I think that is one thing I definitely bring to our team is a solid work ethic and a good attitude towards working hard. And, it's not just me. All of our guys have it, and something I learned at a young age is working hard is very contagious. And, our team has that, definitely.
You've been in Germany for a while now. You've obviously seen NBA talent and probably also international talent. Talk about the talent here, because Germany's league is obviously growing.
Absolutely. Not only is this a talented league, it's a very balanced league. Teams 1 through, I believe, 18. Every team has a guy that you can, and maybe more than one guy that you look at and you go, oh, he's a player. And there's guys here that are NBA caliber that have played in the league before, and you can tell they've got that experience, and it definitely helps the league, and the strength of the league has picked up because of guys like that.
You've been watching German basketball, watching your son play here. Talk about the talent and the growth of the German basketball league as compared to, let's say, obviously the NBA, but also in Europe.
Well, from my knowledge, I'm not a huge student of the European league. We have a lot of players from Europe, but I don't study it. But with Coby over here, I think I've been very impressed with Germany. It seems like it's moving in a good direction, as where a lot of basketball in Europe is moving in the wrong direction. And, the coaching is good. The players are better. The 2 top teams, of course, Munich and Bros are very, very good EuroLeague teams. And I know Coby feels as comfortable as I think he's felt since he's been in Europe. He's been in Europe for 3 or 4 times, and this is by far the most comfortable he's felt playing and also living.
How much do you get to see of Coby? Are you traveling with him, or you just happen to be here for a visit?
Well, I came over. He was in Italy earlier in the year, and I went and visited him for about 7-8 days there. And I came back for this trip here. And if I don't coach, I'll come over as often as I can. But it's still my desire to get back in the league and try to coach one more time.
Coby, when Dad visits, how much you guys probably look at film together. How much are you learning from him?
For me, it's just been a lifelong journey. It's not it's not as specific at my age now as he's taught me so much that it's my time to kind of implement this stuff, and it's actually fun for me because to bring him here and for him to be around the team is something that he doesn't have in his life right now, and that's something that he's always given me, is me being around his teams and being able to be in the gym and watch his practices, and it's good to have him here experience this with us.
I asked this to Michael Stockton. It's only fair to ask you, growing up, obviously under the shadow of George Karl and watching all the NBA players, how much pressure was that for you as you were developing your career, developing your style?
I wasn't very good when I was younger, so there wasn't a lot of pressure. For me, it was just a lot of fun because I was able to be around, at the time, it didn't matter where it was. If it was CBA, it was just cool being around basketball players. And, eventually it was Gary Payton and Sean Kemp and Ray Allen and Glenn Robinson. But it was just fun for me to be around it. And then it also allowed me to have access to a lot of great basketball players and great coaches. So it was more beneficial than any stress.